I'm Anthony. Thanks for joining me on the Cosmic Path. So today I want to look at how we can tap into the pineal gland using the clues that we can find in an astrological horoscope. You see, the pineal gland is associated to the third eye, and it's seen and has been seen for many thousands of years as the doorway from the physical world into the metaphysical world. And we can use astrology as a way to find out where the pineal gland can be opened for you individually and how you can get in there using the clues we gain from your horoscope to open up the pineal gland and allow you to move beyond the physical dimension. The pineal gland's a small pea-shaped gland in the brain. It's not fully understood how it functions. There's a lot of mystery around it, but we know that it produces and regulates some hormones like melatonin, and it does play a role in regulating our sleep. So for thousands of years, many different cultures have talked about the pineal gland, have even worshipped the pineal gland, and it is seen as a doorway into the metaphysical. In the reality that we're living in right now, though, there's been a lot of effort made by authorities and external forces to shut down the pineal gland. The church and the fluoride in the water, these are all things that have been used to shut down the pineal gland. You may not be aware, but the fluoride in the water actually calcifies that particular gland and makes it very difficult for us to tap into it. So on a physical level, the first thing you should do is stop drinking water with fluoride in it if you want to be able to open up your pineal gland. And so we can look at Neptune and Pluto as doorways into the pineal gland and how we may be able to open them up. And it's going to be different for every person. And this is where it's so powerful to look at it from an astrological point of view. So we look at the aspects that are formed to Neptune and Pluto in a person's chart and what planets are forming those aspects. And we also look to what house these two planets are in and what domain of a person's life we can tap into in order to be able to awaken the pineal gland. To give you an example, I have Pluto in my 10th house sitting up nice and high next to the midheaven. Now, I was doing a lot of work through meditation and using different methods to try and move beyond the physical and go deep into my unconscious and open up my third eye. But it wasn't until I dealt with my 10th house stuff, like creating my structure in the world and moving through those underlying issues that I had with my parents in my childhood, that I was really able to open up my third eye. Now, I know that might sound a little bit out there. It's like, well, how did healing those issues with your parents from childhood help open up your third eye? What I found is that as I moved through those layers of that, those traumas that I was holding onto from my childhood with my parents, I was able to go beyond the limitations that I'd set on myself, and I was able to awaken parts of myself that I previously didn't know existed. Also, through the 11th house, which is where Neptune is placed for me, through getting involved in different meditation and spiritual groups, that really worked for me in opening up my third eye too. And so what you can do is, when you know the position of Pluto and Neptune in your chart, and especially if you've got any strong or influential aspects happening to those two planets, we can tap into them and we can find ways, we can even create a program or specific things to work on to be able to open up your third eye and your pineal gland so you can step beyond the physical and move into a deep state of metaphysical meditation. And you can begin to then start to formulate your life and live your life from this place of being. So this is something that is immensely powerful and gives us clues as to how we can open up the third eye and the pineal gland. And it's different for every person. And this is why certain meditations who work for some people don't work for other people. This is why different spiritual practices work for one person but don't work for another person, because we've got to look at the placements in our chart and see what our genetic coding is most suited to as far as awakening these deeper, more spiritual parts of ourselves. I hope that this has been of some assistance to you. If you would like me to have a look at your chart so we can open up your third eye and see the best way to tap into that, what the doorway is, then please get in touch with me. I hope this has been of benefit, and I look forward to connecting with you again.